North Carolina High School Athletic Association 1A Women's State Championship presented by West Shore Home. Two heavy hitters in 1A. The East Columbus Gators at 26-1. It's their first ever trip to a final. Cherokee wants to party like it's 1996, their last state championship, and a fantastic environment. Two programs that are packing Joel Coliseum. We welcome you courtside here in Winston-Salem with the great Jay Sunhalter. I'm Evan Budrovich. Cherokee's brought the entire city to watch their basketball team. 28 straight wins. East Columbus, a very good program that's dominated in this run. What's impressed you about these two programs?
Well, first of all, the support. This is going to be an outstanding atmosphere because of the communities. And I think they do it in different styles, Evan. For East Columbus, they're going to dominate in the paint area, where Cherokee is great from the outside, especially shooting the three-point shot.
This Cherokee program, fantastic guard play to get to this state title run. Tell me about Whitney Rogers, one of our players to watch.
Well, she was so good in the regional final on Monday. 17 points, 3 for 6 from beyond the three-point line. And she'll shoot it from the outside, but if you close out on her, she can drive to the hoop on the defensive end. She's outstanding on that end of the court as well. Over for East Columbus, the sophomore, Malia Graham, had 29 points and 11 boards, a double-double Monday in their regional final win. She's a slasher, elite quickness. She's got good handle. She'll get her teammates involved, and she's a rising superstar.
Let's dive into our Ingles food for thought. Low prices love the savings. This East Columbus team just beat their league rivals to make the finals, and you've noted that tempo is so important.
Well, for them, getting paint touches, that's where they're so good, is close around the hoop and then playing fast. They scored 76 points in that ball game. And for Cherokee, 9 for 18 from beyond the three-point line, and then protecting the basketball. They had 24 turnovers in their last game. They've got to protect it at a higher level here tonight.
Jocelyn Stamper, the senior forward, is a great three-point threat for this club. We're getting all set for opening tip. It's the Lady Braves and the Gators battling it out for a 1A state championship. This broadcast is brought to you by West Shore Home, and tip-off is next. Welcome back to Winston-Salem for the fun matchup of programs not very familiar with state championships. East Columbus, their first ever appearance for head coach LaToya Brown, her first year running this program. And for Cherokee, they've been to the final twice in 96 and 98, but if you're LaToya Brown, she coaches basketball, volleyball, soccer, and Gardner's program. 30 years of coaching at South Carolina Winthrop, now at Cherokee High, and these two coaches have done it different ways, but have found ways to get their team to the final.
Different ways to have success, and credit to them and what they've been able to do with their programs, to have a special season, have this opportunity here tonight, Evan, to bring home the state championship to their communities.
LaToya Brown talked about she wants to have her hands on her players, that total team development. Last year's team went 17-8. They made the first round of the playoffs, but this big of a jump, upsetting Pamlico County, beating their league rivals East Bladen. This is a battle-tested team.
They've taken their game to the next level, much improved in this season. They've been really just taking it to teams and through the playoffs. Big victory on Monday night, and they respect this Cherokee team and the style that they play with the up-tempo pace.
Such a fun matchup. Thousands from the town of Cherokee. You'll hear the war chants all night in honor of the great Indian tribe as we get set for tip. Ballin' like it's 96, the last state title for Cherokee. Nearly 30 years later, we tip it off. The Braves and the Gators for the 1A women's title. And the Gators will start with the basketball. Destiny Mitchell, the senior guard, will have it in her hand. She was electric in the regional final game, taking down their league foes, East Bladen. But here's an early turnover. Whitney Rogers runs it up the court. Working it down low early, and a miss for the freshman, Jocelyn Stamper. This is an East Columbus team. They'll score at 55 a game, but have made 100 threes this year. Very good from the outside.
Yeah, good balance with their offensive game plan, and they can score from all three levels.
Top scorer, Malia Graham, works it down low. And a block, an early turnover forced. Now in transition, look at Dee Swimmer go. And a nice start for the Lady Braves. Another steal, and that ball is loose. It'll go out of bounds. Early on, we have our CR Legal Fast Break Team Play, Jay.
Yeah, here early on, Swimmer with her speed quickly gets up the floor. It sets the pace for the Lady Braves.
A number change of note. China Patrick, usually number 20. She'll wear 15 tonight for the Gators, and here's a steal. Didaya then double dribbled, and a quick turnover. Both teams getting comfortable in this state championship environment. It's a lineup for East Columbus. We mentioned scoring 60 a game, but the balance, 4 with 8 or more points. Destiny Mitchell, fantastic. And then that complement with China Patrick, she'll add 8 or 9 a game in the post.
They share the ball really well and expect contributions from everybody in this starting lineup.
Here is Patrick doubled. Great defensive pressure. And a loose ball. Possession is with the Lady Braves of Cherokee. What a fascinating story for Cherokee. Ann Gardner, who spent 30 years at South Carolina and at Winthrop as a coach, moves up to the Cherokee region 3 years ago, begins coaching this program that had won 7 games, then 26, then 27, now 28. And here they are on the doorstep as this 3 is just off. A consistent program that's never made this run in 20 years, but they're showing promise.
Well, Swimmer, Ward, Stamper, Arch, and Rogers, those 5 have led the way, but they've got a talented reserve unit as well. With this intensity that they play with, Ann Gardner will use that depth to their advantage.
3 in double figures in the region final against Mount Heritage. Keep tabs on Daisy 4-Killer Raby. She is a dynamite shooter. Over 50% from 3 this year. Now breaking the press is Malaya Hines. Tough angle and a foul on Didaya Swimmer. Hines is the difference maker. Top 5 in 1A basketball on assists. When she makes plays, this is a better offense.
She's a creator. You know, she can score. Her special skill is the ability to get her teammates involved and give them opportunities for good looks.
It's the Riddle and Brantley free throws. Injured in an accident? Call Riddle and Brantley for healthcare coverage at low or no cost. A missed free throw early. That was trouble for the Gators in their region final. They did shoot 11 to 13 and made some clutch free throws late to hold off East Bladen. Not many times you face your league rival, but East Bladen upset 2 opponents to make the region final. So now the freshman's going to work, and she draws a foul. Jocelyn Stamper will head to the free throw line. What a special talent at 6'2".
6'2" with athleticism, a nice shot. She's starting as a freshman for a state championship team program.
And you ask Ann Gardner, who spent 30 years in Division I basketball, said, this is a freshman who I trust right away. There was no fear of putting her in the line.
Well, she's going to have a lot of opportunities in the future at the college level, but she's had a big role in this year's team as a young player.
An early 2-point lead on the Riddle and Brantley free throws. Make it 3. A Cherokee club at 28-1. Haven't lost since December. They've won 28 straight. And now ball pressure. Swimmer takes it away. And free throws coming up. The activity defensively is such a promise for the Lady Braves.
Swimmer's the best on-ball defender for the Lady Braves, and her quickness and her ability to just snatch that ball, create havoc, pays dividends.
Ann Gardner called her a crafty guard. Well, I'm going to call her a thief because she keeps stealing everything in this first quarter.
You say that as a compliment.
Absolutely. Didaya Swimmer, the sophomore, has been excellent this year. Came off the bench as a freshman, now a full-time starter here in year 2. A club that won 27-1. And then 26-4 the year prior, so they've shown promise, but never to that final rank here in the state finals. Here's more active ball pressure. That's trouble for Kaylee Mitchell. And an immediate timeout. We'll take the timeout here with Latoya Brown, a chance to chat things over. The Cherokee Lady Braves applying pressure with their fans and their defense here in the first. This game is brought to you by West Shore Home. Welcome back to Winston-Salem. Coach Ann Gardner. What a special moment for this Cherokee program. They had a half day in the school district, so that's why thousands are here in attendance. And an early ball pressure defensively with a foul here on Cherokee. Also of note, the game is being played in the local movie theater up in the Cherokee region. Such a fantastic community, and the shirts are everywhere here. There's so much fan support.
Yeah, they're having a watch party up there, and these players, they feel the support from Cherokee and East Columbus, both these communities, but it means something. It's just special to have everybody behind you and to have the watch party at the movie theater. That's got to be a cool experience.
The party, the shirts say party like it's 96, the last state title for the Cherokee Lady Braves. Little known fact, these weren't all batched ordered. This is a printer in the town that's able to put everything together, and families were buying them right off the shelf. Such a crazy week after the win over the region final round. Now a layup underneath is no good, and a nice board for the freshman Stamper. Loshi Ward with a great pass. The Lady Braves average 10 assists a game. Here's a three. Oh, it banks in. Creedon Arch. That is a three. The Meg Brown Home Furnishings triple, and a traveling violation. How do you handle this pressure better for East Columbus?
Well, they've got to slow down and just make sure they protect the basketball, because early on in this game, the tempo's been set by Cherokee. Now they're making their outside shots. Good look here off the bank, but their defense, Evan, that's what's really carrying, is turning up the pressure, forcing turnovers.
An 8-1 start for the Lady Braves. Great passing again. Arch the extra dish. Second chance is in, and the freshman's dominating down low.
Yeah, and good looks, unselfish inside, and Arch finding Stamper, and she doesn't give up. Gets the extra board, puts it in.
East Columbus the other way. A nice bucket for Malia Graham, who had 29 in the region final.
Yeah, double-double. She's such a talented sophomore, and Gators going to get the ball back here off the turnover.
Okay, Kaylee Mitchell, I see you. Good hands there defensively.
And that's how you can slow down this momentum, is by turning up the pressure on the defensive end to put pressure on the Lady Braves.
Latoya Brown called Kaylee Mitchell her absolute dog. She makes things happen. That extra pass, though, goes to the wrong team. That's 5 early turnovers for the Gators of East Columbus. Nice block the other way, but guess who's there? The second chance down low for Stamper.
They just come in waves. Another turnover, almost.
Oh my goodness, the passing, hold your breath. Malaya Hines able to settle it down, and a blocking foul. 8 turnovers in this first quarter. East Columbus, that's going to be a hard recipe to win. As a couple of substitutes will come in, including Daisy Four-Killer Raby. She's a great scorer off the bench, 10 points a game.
The Gators, they just have to maintain their composure, especially early on with this atmosphere so much on the line. Just try to get through the first couple minutes this first quarter, but you cannot allow this huge lead to linger. You've got to cut into it here and have good offensive sets.
My apologies. Diasi Four-Killer Raby, but such a special shooter. Now Hines operates 1v1. She kicked it, and the 9th turnover. Look at the outlet pass. Ward ahead. Swimmer, no. Second chance. Oh, Swimmer tries it again. Didiah Swimmer's feeling it. When you're hot, you're hot. And Swimmer's making things ice cold for the Gators offense. And that's an over and back. What have the Lady Braves done so well defensively?
Well, the first thing is you have to be in excellent condition. They are not slowing down on either end of the court, playing at full speed. Once there's a made shot, they go back to work on the defensive end, looking for more.
3rd ever appearance in a state final for Cherokee, and they want to turn the clock back to 96. A year they went 22-7, won the championship. Keith Penix was the coach at the time and was fantastic back in the day. Four-Killer Raby swings it. Active hands, and Malia Graham's the difference maker. If she can slow down Stamper, that gives Columbus a great chance.
The 2 of the best young players in the state, post players, in Stamper, Malia Graham, guarding each other. Those 2 really working, battling for position.
East Columbus from Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina, just outside of the Wilmington area. A very scrappy bunch, and a foul on the drive sends Swimmer to the line. These 2 teams are nearly on the opposite sides of the state, east and west, and they're grinding it out in this first quarter.
Yeah. Nice look here from the quickness of Swimmer to get baseline, to get to the line.
There's a miss on the Riddle and Brantley free throw. Riddle and Brantley injured in an accident. Call Riddle and Brantley when justice counts. Can I call them in the 4th quarter when the game's close for the free throw? Riddle and Brantley, always good friends here to help us out. We've seen 2 great championship games. Wilson Prep in the 1A men taking down Corvian Community. And then West Rowan, two-time champions, they hold off Terry Sanford for the win in the 3A, and more active hands. These Cherokee Lady Braves have been everywhere defensively. This time, East Columbus breaks the press. They had a tough overtime win over Gates County just to get to a region final. A tough look from the corner, and that hits. Big bucket for Destiny Mitchell, the captain. More active hands. Stamper's in trouble, and she's fouled. Stamper is a freshman. She's able to handle that pressure so well.
She protects the ball, keeps it high. And the Gators trying to set up a double team to seal things off there to get a turnover, but they got the foul called.
Another substitute. That's Kyla Moore will come in for Cherokee, and then China Patrick will re-enter for East Columbus. She scored 24 in that overtime win over Gates County. That would have been a huge upset for the number 3 seed in the East. Extra pass, and Moore comes right in to score.
There's a chemistry to their offensive game with those extra passes, keeping their eyes up, finding open looks.
Hines looking to break the press. It has been a bit helter-skelter. 10 first quarter turnovers. Latoya Brown, who played in college as a point guard, she knows how to handle these moments. Who touched that last? Okay, it'll stay here. In comes one of my favorite names on this Cherokee roster, Awi Walking Stick, a three-point arsonist. She's also the all-academic selection for the Cherokee program. They honored those women pregame. Such a neat moment. That look is blocked, but hold on, a foul. And that sends Destiny Mitchell to the line. Mitchell this year 58% from the free throw line as she gears up for this Riddle and Brantley free throw. Because right now, if you're East Columbus, you want to keep this within 10 in this first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to say, hey, listen, first couple minutes we made some mistakes, but let's regroup. Protecting the basketball has to be the #1 key. Got to protect it, give yourself more shot opportunities.
Killer Raby finds her freshman forward. That's no good. Oh, look at the effort into the stands. I would catch her if she came our way. That's for sure. Gotta love the fight in this 1A Women's Championship with Jason Halter. I'm Evan Budrovich. First ever appearance in the finals for East Columbus out of Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina. And a tough pass leads to a turnover. Cherokee 196 miles from Winston-Salem, but they are well represented tonight. Here's Aaliyah Rogers fresh into the game, the freshman guard. What a pass, and her freshman forward has it. You gotta love the ball movement of Cherokee.
Just excellent work there. And again, putting pressure on the defense, double teams comes up and you find your open teammate.
That time able to break the press was Mitchell. She's electric with the ball in her hands, and a block for Killer Raby. Intercepted by Hines. Another loose poke, and that time a foul on Rogers. A lot of emotion here in this first quarter, Jay.
And it's carrying Cherokee. They're playing off of that emotion. And East Columbus gets the turnover here. And just those active hands. The foul goes against the Braves, but...
And if you're Malayla Hines, it's been so challenging. I can sense her frustration, like, I'm trying to work through this and get through this press. It's not easy.
It's relenting. It's relentless, this defense. I mean, it comes at you in waves. You just have to slow down and pass the ball up the court and make sure you keep your spacing. If you get tight, that's when the defense can come in and double team you.
This is a 3-year starting guard, Malayla Hines. Arguably one of the biggest environments she's ever played in. 5,000 plus here tonight, and maybe more as they keep filing in. Second free throw for Hines. I love both crowds going back and forth here in this first quarter.
I mean, for these players, what an awesome opportunity to play here at Wake Forest in this environment.
That'll go out of bounds.
This to be your reward for a great season. So, championship on the line, but this is a game you'll always remember and a chance to do something special.
Cherokee's first appearance since '98. East Columbus has never made a state final. This is a huge moment for the program. Extra passing from Moore. Moore is then doubled, and hold on, she lost it. I love the activity of Kaylee Mitchell. She's a great defender.
Moving her feet, staying low on the defensive end, and that's how the Gators have to come back. Great turnovers turn up their pressure.
East Columbus with 12 first quarter turnovers in a grind here against a well-represented Cherokee team. Good pick and pop to Graham. Nice extra pass, and Patrick is there. That's how you break down a good zone.
Yeah, go north and south, attack it head on. Nice dish.
Didiah Swimmer swings it. Here's a three. 4-killer Raby is off. Little pinball drill. Moore. Clock to 7. Swimmer penetrates and misses. Second chance. Moore is right there. Offensive glass, the story of this first quarter for the Cherokee Lady Braves.
Lady Braves getting all the loose balls, playing with emotion, creating turnovers, have a big lead to start things off.
8 second chance points for the Lady Braves. They're up 12-1 in this West Shore Homes 1A state championship. Here are your offices of Roderick Todd McIver's stats in the first quarter. Only 4 shot attempts because of the 12 East Columbus turnovers.
And that's the story of the game, Evan. The turnovers have resulted in very few opportunities to score the basketball. Cherokee is taking advantage of it with already 18 shots and 6 free throw attempts.
That's allowed Cherokee to attack the bucket in our Piedmont Federal Bank. Points in the paint, plus 10 for the Lady Braves, who are up 12 to start this second quarter. If for East Columbus, ball security must have been a huge part of Latoya Brown's conversation. You hear the war chants of the Cherokee Nation here in attendance, and another turnover. That's 13 giveaways.
And it's just been too much to overcome, and honestly, only down by 12 points. They're able to hang in it with all these turnovers, but they've got to clean it up, and they've got to be the aggressor and start turning the Braves over.
Swimmer, great move, but she traveled first. This an East Columbus program that's been on a major uprise. They had a 0-6 record in the COVID year, but are now in a state final 2 years later. Such resolve from Coach Latoya Brown's club. Hines is pressured, and a steal for Stamper. She throws the quarterback streaking route, and the pass is incomplete. Second down.
I know there was an incompletion in football terms there, but still the effort, the double team coming over, you get the turnover, and then you're looking for the fast break opportunity. They didn't execute, but you like the style that they're playing with.
Another steal for the Lady Braves. Art swings it down low, and a nice look for Diazy 4-killer Raby.
And the biggest difference, when you just look out on the court, the Lady Braves are in attack mode. The Gators have to have that same look. It still looks like they're reacting, trying to find a flow to their game. On the opposite end, though, Cherokee is taking it to them. They've got to find a way to fight back.
Kaylee Mitchell, the heart and soul of this East Columbus program. Gets in the lane. Nice look, and Mitchell is blocked. Second chance there. Good finish for Graham.
And that's exactly what I'm looking for, is those second chance, those scrap points, hustling for the ball.
Swimmer on the shot fake. It rattles out. There is a turnover for the Lady Braves, but they have dominated Jay on the offensive glass, plus 10 on second chances.
They're just crashing the boards, hustling, and getting in position to get those extra opportunities.
Layla Hines and this East Columbus team having trouble with the press today. 14 turnovers. That's a good press break, but a miss from 3. Gators came into this game making almost 7 threes a game. They'll need to find some of that tonight. Latoya Brown's club 0-3 from deep. And they've only attempted 8 shots. Haven't had a ton of looks offensively. And then a turnover right back. Nice hands, Jay. Good pass, my friend. I thought you were going to shoot it like Troy Bolton in High School Musical.
You got to stay ready.
You got to get your head in the game. As Forkill Arabia will sub out for the Lady Braves. With Jay Sunhalter, I'm Evan Budrovich. Great crew. Got you covered all week these next 2 days. This is the 1A Women's Championship. Cherokee has not won a state title since '96. East Columbus has never been to a final, and that's an illegal screen on the substitute Riley Graham, the junior.
Just setting up for a pick.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, and it looked like
there's a lot of contact both ways.
Graham kind of got pushed by the arm.
So Graham will sub out with her second foul. And that means Kaylee Mitchell has to come right back in. Swimmer's been electric for the Lady Braves today. She has 7. Here's the 3. Oh, this place is about to go wild. Stamper is there, no. And now a foul. It's a flagrant foul on Cherokee. Contact after the whistle by Loshi Ward. It'll lead to free throws here for East Columbus. I think the reaction certainly drew a lot of, it wasn't necessarily a physical play, but how she spun out of that. But remember, no replay in high school basketball. You're just seeing the replays here on the broadcast, and the folks in the building are seeing the replays.
So an opportunity for the Gators to use this as a spark. The call goes their way. Can you take advantage of it?
Aaliyah Rogers could not hit the Carolina Hurricanes free throw. Go to hurricanes.com/tickets to be a part of the action. Second attempt here for Mitchell. And unfortunately for East Columbus, that's 5 missed free throws today.
Well, we talked at the beginning of the second quarter. What adjustments do they have to make? Well, they've gotten 5 turnovers from Cherokee in this second quarter. It hasn't really shown on the scoreboard. Doing a better job on the defense end, but they've got to take advantage of the opportunities they're given.
You could tell East Columbus struggling with the pressure in this game. Had 30 turnovers in the region final, and a deep 3 is off. Offensive board for Graham. Nice look. That's no good. Rebound rolls over the backboard, and a miss for China Patrick.
That didn't result in points, but I like the shot selection, the patience moving the ball around and getting a good look. They just have to continue to have those types of possessions.
Lady Braves on this end shooting 40%, and they've capitalized on 15 turnovers. Great dime down low, and Stamper's having a field day down there. 10 points.
Yeah, they're giving her touches down on the block, and she's executing, getting in position, and ready for the ball.
East Columbus has had no answer for the post play. So then this drive is no good. Patrick draws the foul. Looks like everyone's okay as the goggles came off of Patrick. Good sportsmanship there from Stamper, handing them over. Carolina Hurricanes free throws, 3 of 8 today for East Columbus. So 6 missed free throws. East Columbus shot 11 of 13 in the region final. That was their strength in a tough win over Bladen. And now our first action for Shemaya Johnson, the junior forward. She's only averaged 5 minutes a game in the playoffs, but they'll need her toughness down there guarding Stamper.
Number 21, Shemaya Johnson.
Great ball movement by the Lady Braves. So Rogers attacks and a miss. Nice hustle for the board for Graham, who's a three-sport athlete: soccer, hoops, and volleyball. She's tremendous. Hines guarded tightly. Hines splits it and a miss. Stamper the board. And we have a whistle. Shemaya Johnson got her hand caught in the cookie jar there for the foul.
Stamper with that board. Already 10 points and 4 rebounds for the 6'2" freshman.
I think we'll be saying that name for a few more years in these state tournaments.
She's outstanding. She's already dominant. Just think about the next few years, her continued growth, development.
Was named first team all-conference in the Big Smoky Mountain Conference of 1A hoops. The three is off. And a nice defensive board for Johnson. Hines on the run. This is where she's special. The Gators are struggling to set up offense. 15 turnovers today. Mitchell's been the defense beater so far. And another turnover. Stamper throws the Hail Mary. It's caught. The deflection is in. Caught the fumble, Ruski, and a touchdown.
Yeah, and once Stamper gets that ball, everybody's running up the court looking for the fast break.
Listen to this crowd in the Joel. Timeout, East Columbus. And it's our CR legal team fast break.
And they're playing fast, looking up the court. Stamper gets it to her teammates. Rogers with the finish.
Coming up in the second half, our 988 Suicide and Crisis Prevention Hotline play of the game. That's the first big one. Then, of course, our West Shore Home player of the game. West Shore Home, bath remodeling made easy. And so far, the true freshmen have put on a show here. What a nice night for Jocelyn Stamper.
Yeah, she's been dominant and been in the ball game all throughout here for us on the offense and defensive end.
Helping her club be up 15. There's a miss for Malia Graham, and now a steal. Graham has it back. That's a bucket East Columbus needs.
They've got to get Graham going. 6 points so far in the game.
Into contact and a foul on Graham. So free throws here for the Lady Braves. You see Ann Garner, who spent 20 years in South Carolina, made multiple NCAA tournaments. Is now in her third year coaching this team, and it's been a fun journey from 16 wins to 26. Now, of course, a win away from the state title. She said the turning point early in the year, they started off strong, but a loss in the third game of the season when it brought this group together. They haven't lost since. Now in transition. What a save behind the back and a loose ball. Here come the Lady Braves to Rogers. Rogers has it stripped by Hines. Back and forth we go. Hines' turn. And she loses it. Ball security, a big conversation here at halftime. Yeah, LaToya Brown talking through it with her guards here, how to handle this pressure.
And the difficult part is the Lady Braves can sell out on the press, because if they get beat, they have Stamper protecting the hoop. The last possession there on the fast break opportunity was 2-on-1, but they couldn't convert because of how active Stamper is.
Swimmer off on the three. Here comes Hines. This is where she's special. Hines drives. Can't finish the layup. Tough dribble there from Loshi Ward. And she lost it. Her reaction's one of those emojis where your mouth's wide open and your hands cover your face.
She wanted that call.
Instead, we hit the final 2 minutes of this first half. East Columbus only shooting 35%, but the turnovers have been an issue. There's another active hands for Swimmer to the bucket. Got it. Give and go. It's been turnovers all night.
Yeah, just manufacturing possessions with how active they are on the defensive end, setting right back up for the press.
Another tussle. And a jump ball should give possession to the Lady Braves. Okay, it does.
Their pressure is relentless. Here his double team comes over, Swimmer just swipes it and then creates space for an easy layup.
Stay tuned for the Popeyes halftime report. We'll have an interview with Q Tucker, the commissioner. First half highlights and more. Popeyes love that chicken and Popeyes. We have a blocking foul here on Shemaya Johnson. Fouls are actually dead even, 7 apiece, but it's been the turnovers. The big difference is now China Patrick comes back in.
And Cherokee's converted 19 points off turnovers, where the Gators have only gotten 5. So 14-point swing because of turnovers.
Extra passing for Swimmer. She goes into the Sharks' den, and the Gators come out with it. Now it's Hines. Nifty finish, 1 on 3. That Gators got some bite for the N1.
No hesitation at all by Hines. Going coast to coast, taking it all the way, and being aggressive, looking for the contact, putting the team on her shoulders. Really, 3-on-1, just floats right by everybody.
And as Dory from Finding Nemo would say, just keep swimming. She is pushing through the lane, but can't hit the free throw. Now they got to get back defensively. 2-on-1. Jumper in transition, no good. Second chance, Rogers rolls out. And that time a good board from Patrick. Become a fast-paced game. Here's Graham. Euro step. No. Nearing the final minute of the first half. Lady Braves are led all the way. Loose scrum. Rogers again. No. Last touch by East Columbus.
Well, this pace can be overwhelming. The thing the Gators have to do, though, a better job of is boxing out. You cannot allow this pressure, this quick pace, to allow you not to be physical when the ball's being shot. You have to limit those offensive boards.
And then Moore's left alone, and she missed it. Another offensive rebound. Tipped again. It's Stamper, third time no. And then a steal. What is happening here at Winston-Salem? Rogers to the step back, hits it!
Smooth.
Oh, Whitney Rogers is cooking. Rogers again active, and that's a turnover. This pressure is overwhelming right now for Cherokee.
The Gators, they need to regroup here. Maybe a timeout, something to slow down this pace. And Evan, I'll tell you, the skill, the execution from Cherokee is at a high level. But I made a point earlier about their conditioning. I mean, they are going all out, but there is no slowing down with their effort.
A club that's won 28 straight games coming in. Stamper down low, forced it into a tight window. Still loose, Stamper again. Oh my goodness, the freshman's on fire, 12 points.
And she is so skilled. 6'2", watch her work down low. Being physical, and the focus there, the skill to knock it in.
And Stamper completes the three-point play. Carolina Hurricanes free throw. Stay tuned for the Popeyes halftime report. Special interview with Q Tucker, the commissioner of the NCHSAA. First half highlights and more. Popeyes love that chicken. Gotta love the play of Stamper. 12 and 10 in the first half for the freshman. That time she gets a block. A loose ball. Here is Mitchell hitting the jumper. And a nice end to the first half for East Columbus. Right now, though, it's all Cherokee up 18 through the first 16 minutes here in Winston-Salem.
Impressive first half from Cherokee and Ann Gardner. And this fan base have to be ecstatic of how they played. It's still another half to go, but they've been playing fast, up-tempo. It's paid off in the first half of it.
We're at halftime of the 1A Women's State Championship presented by West Shore Home. All Lady Braves early. We got plenty more from Winston-Salem.
You're watching the Popeyes Halftime Report. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Well, hey there, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the state championship high school basketball games. Joining us is our longstanding partner all the way from Ingalls Markets, Miss Melissa Level. Melissa, are you loving these excellent basketball games?
I love it. What a great season it's been, and the best of the best is right here now on television.
Best of the best is right. Now let's talk about that longstanding and robust partnership between Ingalls and high school championship athletics. What all does that entail?
It's just absolutely wonderful to be able to connect with all the schools within our region. You know, we're in 6 states, and so we have Friday night lights with football, we do basketball, we have softball, even some Olympic style sports, and we go all the way up through college, and then of course some minor leagues. But we just love that high school spirit and the fun with that. A lot of those players work with us. A lot of their parents have shop at our Ingalls. So it's kind of like a big family coming to watch all of them play, right? So we love that.
We'll love it as well. Melissa, as always, thank you for taking the time to speak with us here today.
Thank you.
All righty. Let's get back to the game, folks.
You're watching the Popeyes Halftime Report. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Commissioner Tucker, we appreciate your time. Before we begin, congratulations on being inducted to the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you very much. That certainly was an honor that it really caught me by surprise when I received that call early in December, and still am very humbled. They found me worthy enough to be included in a mix of some really outstanding sports figures in North Carolina.
What preparations have been made to ensure a smooth running of the basketball championships?
You know, storming the court after a game has become one of those familiar sights as we've watched the colleges play and even football contests. So we have been working with the folks at Lawrence Joel, as well as our, host school system, to try to make sure that we do not have anything that resembles that. So we've tried to do all we can to make sure that it's, easy to get into, and that once you're inside, that it is an enjoyable experience, whether you're actually on the court playing, on the sideline coaching, or you're sitting and watching as a spectator.
Can you highlight any notable changes to the format this year compared to previous years?
All games are in the same venue. In the past, we've played at Reynolds Coliseum and the Dean E. Smith Center. And so we've had classifications at 2 separate sites. Well, this year, everybody's at the same site.
How does the basketball championships benefit the student athletes' growth and development in the educational framework?
The attention to details, recognizing that you have to persevere, you have to be determined, you have to set goals. And this will just be a continuation of that.
Commissioner, what's been the biggest challenge for the association in the last year?
I think there is this idea out there, Jay, that we are the ones who make the rules. Those of us who come to work every day, that we hold the authority and we have the power, which is so untrue. We have 436 member schools right now, and we work for them.
And the association's had so many great accomplishments in the past year. What are you most proud of?
I'm proud that we have remained true to our mission, and that is to provide those opportunities through our leadership and guidance. And I think we've been true to our mission. And then I'm proud of the fact that we have continued to offer outstanding championships. And now I'm really proud that something that our basketball coaches have wanted for years, that we're able to now have a Final Four type atmosphere for our basketball coaches.
Thank you for your leadership, Commissioner Tucker, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate you all giving me this opportunity, as always, to talk about education-based athletics.
You're watching the Popeyes Halftime Report. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Here are the best high school hoops plays of the season.
Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, let's go.
Quick hands with the steal and her control, her ball handling skills, great move there, and a finish at the basket.
Smalls the takeaway. Lobs it to the rim, and there is Trey Jones right in the elevator for the easy drop-in. Davis to the short corner. Ifeanyi took a swipe at it. There's a block from the help side defender, Taylor Moore. It's Yannick on the run and through. Absolute pandemonium. We've got Gibbons back up by 11. Reversal, yeah. So off the bounce. Deep three, Schaefer. Whoa, and went to the rim. ridiculous. Got it! Nolensville wins!
Welcome back to the North Carolina 1A state championships. Cherokee dominant here. What feels like a home game for the Cherokee Lady Braves. Fantastic turnout. East Columbus putting up a good fight. But it has been a battle so far in this first half. We'll dive into those first half highlights, Jay. And the Lady Braves were so dominant in the paint.
Unselfish passes, creating good looks for their teammates. And Jocelyn Stamper was amazing. The freshman taking over in this game, already a double-double. But Evan, it was the defense that created opportunities. So many turnovers. Their defense just hit you in wave, create 21 turnovers in the first half.
Those 21 turnovers led to easy points off transition, 22 of them off mistakes. And those hands were everywhere. Every different player got involved. It was hard to keep up with at times.
Yeah, and they are a fresh team. They went to their bench and they just come in and play with a high intensity level on both ends of the court.
Here are your law offices of Roderick Todd McIver stats. Call your attorney today. And if you're East Columbus, you got to avoid those turnovers here in the second half.
Yeah, the two ways you come back in this ball game is you got to stop the turnovers, and then I think you've got to start hitting some three-point shots, making some transition buckets. The biggest thing is you just have to get shot attempts up because those turnovers that limited your opportunities on the offensive end.
Here's our Piedmont Federal Bank points in the paint, and Cherokee clearly is dominated down low, especially from the freshman Stamper, 13 and 10 in that first half.
Yeah, they're getting her the ball inside, letting her go to work. She's attacking the glass and getting points there. Also to the penetration, getting in the paint, getting to the rim.
Second half, when we come back, here are the Popeyes halftime report. We are not having as much fun as that woman from East Columbus supporting her team. Having a blast for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association 1A State Women's Championship. If I had that much Gator pride in my life, I'd be a happy camper. I'd never leave the beach and I'd be good to go.
She's having the time of her life over there.
The fans from Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina, just outside of Whiteville, near the Wilmington area, battling the Cherokee Braves, who are 190 miles from here. And a wedgie has started our second half. Wasn't on my bingo card for the game. Okay, last game the ball got stuck behind the basket. Where's the PVC pipe? Brandon from the association, we need the PVC pipe. There it is. Drum roll, please. Oh wait, can they find it?
We've got assistant coach here.
So this is actually a former Campbell player, DJ Mason, who spent 4 years as a Division I basketball player, now an assistant for Lake Waccamaw. He was an all-conference forward for the Campbell Camels, just about an hour and a half from here. Part of the staff for Coach LaToya Brown. Thank you, Mr. Mason, for getting us back to play. Oh, and that ball hit the face of Graham. Playing 4.5 on 5 for a moment, and the Lady Braves take advantage with Swimmer.
She can shoot it from the outside, had 17 points in the regional final. Another great game so far.
Patrick spins, that's no good. If you're East Columbus right now, you're shooting 40%, but the turnovers have made life difficult.
Yeah, you only have 18 shot attempts compared to 38 on the other side. So it's just getting opportunities, protecting the ball, so you give yourself a chance shooting the ball.
Now more active hands from Didiah Swimmer, the sophomore point guard.
I think the biggest thing is it's a frustrating first half. Is just kind of forgetting that and coming out here with a fresh start in the second.
That one rattles out. Good board for Graham. And a lot of close misses to start this half as Patrick stepped out of bounds. What do you want to see in these first 5 minutes if you're East Columbus out of the break?
The intensity and coming out here and really saying, hey, listen, we're going to lay it all out, win the first 4 minutes of this quarter and see where you stand after that. But you've got to give yourself a chance here because of your defense trying to turn over the Lady Braves.
A Lady Brave team that committed 26 turnovers themselves in the region final, but they've been forcing havoc in this one. Great handles. Ooh, the crisscross no. Stamper's there again. 15 and 11 for the freshman forward.
And she gets position. She's talented. I just so impressed by how she reads the ball off the rim.
It'll go the other way. So that's 22 turnovers now for East Columbus. And Stamper is a true freshman. She has a chance to be special here in 3 years.
She's amazing. We were talking to a halftime break about what her potential is, and she's already really, really good, but she's only going to get better.
Reminds me of Alyssa Kinane from Northern Guilford, who won multiple state titles in the triad. A forward who earned herself a scholarship to NC State, now playing overseas. So much talent.
She was dominant in the ACC and at the high school level, winning state championships.
Hines into a little bit of trouble, and a traveling violation. What a great season for East Columbus, but it's starting to fall apart just a bit here in the third quarter. Malaya Hines, one of the captains in her junior year. She has grinded it out at the guard position. Open three. That's been the special for the Braves tonight. Their first three. It's a Meg Brown Home Furnishings triple.
And they've done it attacking the hoop. They're adding to their scoring ability with the three-point shot, with Rogers, the junior, knocking it in.
Active hands from the Lady Braves. Great handles from Arch. She gets it ahead. Rogers putting on a show. She gets her own board. And now the possession ends. A foul here on the crafty swimmer. I would not want to play patty cake against swimmer. Her hands are so fast and she can spin back and forth. I would definitely lose.
You're already accepting your defeat?
I would have no chance against this talented sophomore guard. And think about this Cherokee team that's so scary. There's only 3 seniors on the roster. One starts in Arch. It's a young group.
Yeah, they are poised for multiple runs in the future.
Oh, the hands of Swimmer. She's everywhere. Picking everyone's pocket and finishing it off.
Yeah, she's one of the best defenders I've ever seen. A nose for the ball.
She's got hands like Caitlin Clark of Iowa, who leads the country in steals. And here's Swimmer with our CR Legal Fast Team break.
And she is so athletic, versatile, offense, defense. And here she creates a turnover, leads to a fast break opportunity.
Keep in mind, Swimmer had 1 steal in the region final. She has 5 tonight, making her case for player of the game, West Shore home. Chance here for Riley Graham, swinging it around. Hines in attack mode. Oh, not having none of that was Stamper. She throws it ahead, and Loshi Ward, one of the seniors, puts it in.
They've done it all game with their defense that's led to offense. Another steal.
Swimmer does it again with contact. Didiah Swimmer, have yourself a night.
Swimmer with another steal, playing with so much joy and passion.
You see it on the face of Swimmer as we take this timeout in the NCHSAA 1A state title. It's all Cherokee here in Winston-Salem. The energy of this Cherokee population, crowd, fan base, rock concert, whatever you want to call it, it's been outstanding tonight here in Winston-Salem. 190 miles away, and they feel interconnected with their club dominating up by 32. Cherokee has not been to a state final since 1998. And now, Jay, they're 12 minutes away from locking up a title.
It's been a while, but I'll tell you, this year has been special. During the timeout, we were just going through their schedule this season. I mean, they've just been steamrolling their opponents, and so far, so good in this game as well.
A huge turning point. Bishop McGuinness had won back-to-back state titles. The Lady Braves went to Bishop McGuinness in the Greensboro area, in the Triad area, and took them down on the road. Huge upset win as the 3 seed. Now the Gators in transition. Stamper's been everywhere, then throws it back into play. And a turnover for East Columbus. But this Lady Braves team, not only a home cooking schedule, they went on the road and beat a very good Bishop McGuinness team.
Yeah, that was a kind of marquee game to see where they stood, and it's an awesome game, close game, but they found a way to win that one.
In the 1A level, you get some overpowering scores, but they had 2 tight playoff wins. As here's the 3, and Arch is feeling it. Whitney Rogers that time for 3. The Meg Brown Home Furnishings triple. Reaching foul here on Swimmer. Their average margin of victory in league play was 45 points. Just ran through the conference. 10-0 in the Big Smoky Mountain.
Goodness.
In fact, in the playoffs, only 2 games were decided by 15 or less. It's been a dominant season here for Cherokee, and their lone loss, you have to go all the way back to December 7th against Choctaw Central.
They beat Mountain Heritage, which is a really good team, by 13 here earlier this week.
Four minutes left in this third quarter. Able to hang on to that one. Patrick missed it. And a foul on Riley Graham. Such a great season for East Columbus, but it will come short tonight for the 3 seed out of the east side of the bracket. What a great season for the folks in Lake Waccamaw, who were home cooking all the way to the region final, had a great win to get to this matchup. And the scoring continues for Arch. This is the best season for East Columbus in 6 years, since 2016. They won 20 games that year. 26 this season, and a good finish there for Patrick.
Good execution there, breaking through the defense for an easy 2.
Riley Graham commits the foul. I think as the moment starts to sink in here for East Columbus, you want to enjoy these state title runs, but it is a challenge when you're in a score like this, as now Cherokee will sub out its starters. Look at this place. It's the Rally Towels of Pittsburgh, but the folks at Cherokee have come popping in their gold. And as a player, what an awesome environment to play in front of thousands of your home faithful.
Yeah, I mean, this moment for them, you feel the energy, the passion, and the support, and it's something that's so special for both teams. Cherokee with the lead right now, so they're obviously going to enjoy this more, but just a special opportunity that they have here today.
We have an injured shoulder here. And now the sub will come in. Shemaya Johnson. They'll keep tabs on that injured player. Hope she's okay. Here's an open 3 on this end. Maybe the one area Cherokee has not dominated. They're 1 of 5 from 3, but they've done everything else well. Good passing here. And that one goes down for Ford Killer Raby.
She's only a freshman.
Only 3 seniors on this Lady Braves roster. The whole group will come back, essentially. And a turnover. Bishop McGuinness, the 2-time state champs, they'll reload next year. This western side of the bracket could be loaded. While we have a moment, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Prevention Hotline play of the game. Call, text, or chat 988-24/7. We'll find that play of the game here in the fourth quarter. Here's an offensive board. And the scoring continues. If you're Coach LaToya Brown right now, you want to see a little more heart from a unit in the second half.
They've got to kind of fight through this, make sure they got to box out there and finish off this ball game the right way. And a lot of frustration for the team that's had such a special year, and this game isn't going their way, but they've got to continue to battle and fight through this.
Including the first minutes for Shyla Collins, the freshman guard, or Shayla Collins, pardon me, gets fresh minutes. Just to note for those at home, with a 40-point difference, the clock will run minus the end of the quarter. After 2 very tight games in this state tournament, it's been a dominant effort from the Lady Braves. Active hands again. Nice save by Collins. I need to find what the record is for most steals in the state championship. This is now 25+ turnovers. It just keeps coming. There was 21 turnovers at halftime. There's been 10 more since, and the stats just keep piling up. So Kaylee Mitchell will enter. Here's a steal. Now a race for the ball, and that'll go out of bounds. Coming up at the end of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the West Shore Home Player of the Game. West Shore Home, Bath remodeling made easy. My pick so far is the freshman Jocelyn Stamper. Double-double tonight. Who's your pick, Jeff?
You could go with Swimmer.
Swimmer's been great too.
Yeah.
And drawing the foul there is Rogers. Actually, I'm going to pick that young woman right there sitting on the bench to the far right.
Future star.
Future star and team supporter. Oh, she didn't see herself on television, though. That'd be the best part. Carolina Hurricanes free throws here for Aaliyah Rogers. Remember, the clock will run minus the quarter break here with this 40-point difference. What a neat moment for Ann Gardner going to her bench. Okay, so that will end the quarter. The free throw will count. And we'll wrap up this 4th quarter of the state championship. Dominant effort from the Lady Braves of Cherokee, North Carolina. And they're rolling here on the 1A Women's NCHSAA State Championships presented by West Shore Home. .2-point game to start this 4th quarter. It's the 1A State Championships brought to you by West Shore Home. We'll have a running clock here in the 4th with a 40-point lead for a dominant Lady Braves program who had a tight win over Mount Heritage in the region final on Monday to reach this championship. All because of the activity defensively. Have forced over 30 turnovers today. The clock will continue to run for those of you watching at home. What do you look to salvage here for East Columbus in the next 7 minutes?
Well, I just think for them, you want to finish out your season through this disappointment in the best possible way. Try to finish this 4th quarter with the win. Try to come out here and play as hard as you can and just have a positive ending to this game.
There's a foul on the Lady Braves away from the ball. That was Loshi Ward, the senior, with the reach in. And Stamper, her freshman teammate, right there to get her on the same page. The fact that she's a freshman and will most likely win MVP of this championship, that is such a bright future for the Lady Braves.
She's unbelievable. And her talent is evident. I just love how hard she plays.
Hines the other way. There's a lot of contact. They'll let him play. And a travel before the outlet pass. And to hold a state championship opponent to 20 points, that's next level defense.
Well, their defense, it swarms, they communicate well. And you know, I talked in the first half about how well conditioned they are. They do not let up at all. There's nobody that's tired out in the floor. They just keep coming at you.
Hines has been excellent for East Columbus, but not as much tonight. Good putback there for Malia Graham, the sophomore. Watch Graham and Stamper go back and forth for the next few years. That one's off. Stamper the rebound. She's got a double-double already, and free throws coming up. Not old enough to drive a car, but old enough to drive this offense tonight, Jay.
She can do it all out on the basketball court.
Just see all the subs wanting to run in.
They are already.
Hey, when you're playing this well, you're ready to get on the court. Awi walking stick and her compatriots over there, including Yvonne Sanook. And they're like, hey guys, like, we're ready to come in. The Riddle and Brantley free throws coming up. Those are always fun moments. As a timeout here. We'll take the timeout here for this media break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the 1A state championships. Cherokee on the verge of a title. Law offices of Roderick Taylor, Todd McIver's stats. Call your attorney. Cherokee dominating on the offensive end. That's kind of the story, forcing 29 turnovers in our Piedmont Federal Bank. Points in the paint. Cherokee plus 22 in the paint. We invite you to bank better. Dominant fourth quarter showing here for the Lady Braves of Cherokee, North Carolina. First title game appearance since 1998. And it's been all Cherokee in this one, Jay.
From the opening tip, it's been their day. And they're going to celebrate this victory with their community. But on the other side for East Columbus, I know tonight is tough. The result's going to be hard to see, but what a year they've had, Evan.
And what a moment for Jocelyn Stamper checking in after a fantastic debut at her first state final. Puts a big smile on Ann Gardner's face to see her the next 3 years in high school. Ends her night with a double-double. Final minutes here in Winston-Salem. This will be a running clock the rest of the game. And more activity defensively. We saw you the 28 turnovers, so coming up on 30. To play this hard with this big of a lead, that speaks to the culture of Cherokee.
For sure. I mean, when you're on the floor, you play as hard as possible. You don't let up no matter what the score is. You're going out there performing at the highest level. And there hasn't been any drop-off.
Bishop McGuinness have won back-to-back state titles until the Lady Braves went into Bishop McGuinness and got a huge upset win. They were the 3 seed. They beat the 1 seed. Now everyone touching the ball and passing, but a travel. That'll be a turnover. Then Cherokee rolled the rest of the playoffs. No game closer than 10 after that tight Bishop McGuinness game. It may go down in 1A history as one of the most dominant seasons ever by record and score.
This performance here in the finals has been one of the best we've seen.
Hines the other direction, no good. Gets her own board. Hines is playing so hard down there. So is the sophomore, Malia Graham.
And she's got a bright future. She's got versatile game, can do it all. Going to continue to grow.
Everyone touching the rock, and that's short. East Columbus, their best season in 7 years. Such a cool moment. Destiny Mitchell will graduate, but a lot of the pieces return. Kaylee Mitchell, who we've touched on, will graduate. Good to see these student athletes. And Latoya Brown put it best. Our goal not only is to stay positive, but show up every way possible. That's a huge quote for her.
And they're going to use this as motivation going into next year and having this experience to make the state championship after a special year. A great year. They're proud of what they've done, but I think this ball game is going to give them that fuel in the offseason.
A quick 30-second timeout from Cherokee. Ann Gardner, who's been coaching for 30 years, this might be her best team ever, especially on the high school ranks. Snapped a 26-year drought from the finals appearances. These are the moments that build character right here, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, right now in the huddle, Coach Gardner just wants her team to finish it off the right way, giving them motivation. Tough result, but that doesn't mean you can't finish strong.
Deep into the bench here for Cherokee. A couple of new faces check in, including Emily Brady, the freshman guard. Yvonne Sanook, the sophomore. Riddle and Brantley free throw line. Riddle and Brantley injured in an accident. Call Riddle and Brantley when justice counts. Hines misses the second free throw. Good defense and a steal for East Columbus. The other way, the senior hits it. Nice bucket for Patrick. We have a running clock as long as the score is 40 or more. So there's the three to put him over 40. That's the senior Loshi Ward with the three, and this bucket in the response. Good finish there from Malaya Hines. Another three. The Lady Braves are feeling it tonight, and a timeout. That's the exclamation point for a state title run. We'd like to recognize tonight's West Shore Home Player of the Game. And Jay, it's your choice. Didiah Swimmer with a nice performance.
So many opportunities for players here today. Which one do you pick? They're all deserving, but Didiah Swimmer, her effort on the defensive end, she was the catalyst, creating all the turnovers the Lady Braves had here tonight. Just outstanding work, relentless. And she's a skilled offensive player as well. Plays with so much heart and passion, Evan.
That's a very fair vote for play of the game as well. Look at the embracing moment, hugging her senior, Loshi Ward, checking out. That's a senior class that has really rebuilt Cherokee basketball in Ann Garner's 3 years. And now Cherokee 2 minutes away from wrapping up a near perfect season. 29-1 with today's win. Final 2 minutes here in Winston-Salem. Fun to see all these young players get some minutes here late with the clock continuing to run. It's a program that's had success here in Cherokee. They won 25 games in 2017, but could never get over the hump into that region final. And an impressive season this year for Coach Ann Garner. Now a late bucket for Kyla Moore continues the success. What about this style of play that Cherokee works with impresses you? Because they come at you from all different angles.
Well, it starts with the hustle. I mean, you can want to press and you can want to play up tempo, but you've got to be in shape, and also you've got to have the heart to come out there and do it on every possession. And that's what really strikes me is the level of effort they expend, and it never slows down. So I like, it's a fast pace, it's fun to watch, but it all starts with their discipline and the level of intensity that they play with.
Layla Hines misses the free throw, and this could wrap things up. Lady Braves keep playing hard through the whistle, and a layup for Suli Losi, the senior, one of 3 seniors. Both squads battling till the end, and Destiny Mitchell with the 3.
A good look from Mitchell there, finishing out strong on the offensive end.
Now go out of bounds. The clock will continue to run here in a 40-point difference. It's been a dominant night for the Cherokee Lady Braves, who are back as state champions for the first time since 1996. Party tonight, Cherokee. You've deserved this dominant 1A Women's Championship. Thousands of Brave Nation travel down from Cherokee, and they're loving this moment for the 1A state champs.
An impressive victory, and congratulations to both teams on special seasons. But today was Cherokee's night, and that was a performance that they'll be proud of and celebrate into the offseason.
Here is tonight's play of the game. Fantastic moment presented by our 998 Suicide and Crisis Hotline. And it's our player of the game, Vidya Swimmer. Getting the steal and the finish. That was the story for Cherokee. Forced over 30 turnovers. They got the job done, and a fun moment to celebrate the Lady Braves, who are back as state champions. It's been since '96. A long time coming, but a good moment at that. And we'll head over to Jay Sunhalter with the winning coach.
Coach, congratulations. And first of all, I think the thing that strikes me most is the heart and passion your team plays with. Where do they get that from?
This crowd right here is all the passion they need, and they've been with us all year, and they bring it every night. They're like our sixth man, and they just lift us up all through the entire game.
And the energy your team plays with from the opening tip all the way through. Fast-paced, defensive pressure. That style suits you so well.
It does, and that started, as I've mentioned several times, it started with the Pee-wees all the way up, and this group's played together since they were little, and they've just had a passion. They set a goal, and they've just gone out every night and tried to execute that goal.
What does this group mean to you?
They're special. I've never coached anybody like them. I've been coaching for 30-plus years, and they're special.
This is a big win. Now, how are you going to celebrate it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know when it'll sink in, so we'll see.
Congratulations on a great game.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Coach. And Gardner, fantastic performance for this Lady Brave Nation. They've come out by the thousands. We'll take a quick timeout and hand out trophies for the champions of the 1A women's bracket here in North Carolina. This game is brought to you by West Shore Home, and we'll be back for the trophy presentation. Welcome back to our final stats from tonight's game. The law offices of Roderick Todd McIver. CYA, call your attorney. Those 30 turnovers for East Columbus, impressive, and a dominant win for Cherokee.
Yeah, they did it all today, Evan. That was impressive as you can play, and Cherokee showed their passion on the defensive end. It led to offense, and East Columbus, talented group. They'll use this in the offseason to try to make another run next year.
Here are Piedmont Federal Bank points in the paint, doubled it up for Cherokee, who ends up with the 74-32 win. Gives you a sense of the dominance here in this 1A state final. So now for the first time since '96, the town of Cherokee, the time is yours. Take it away.
And now, the state championship medals for the Cherokee assistant coaches, Caroline Iyer. Paige Stanford. Tina Stewart. The manager at Center Stations, Stuart Pulo. Best for a number of outstanding individual performances in the state championship game.
Proud of you. Look out.
But first, let's ask the captains and the head coach of the state champions to come forward to receive their 1A Women's Championship trophy.
What a fantastic moment for Cherokee, the 1A Women's Champions of North Carolina. We want to take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors, West Shore Home, Popeyes, the North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services, Riddle and Brantley, Meg Brown Home Furnishings, the law offices of Roderick Todd McIver, Piedmont Federal Bank, CR Legal, the Hurricanes, and Ingalls Markets. All these sponsors through their contributions to the program, they make the championships possible for you guys at home. Dominant performance from the Cherokee Lady Braves. Thousands from Cherokee in attendance. Great game and a great performance from Cherokee. Coming up tonight, our final game of day one. 71st from Fayetteville and Central Caribous. We'll get ready for a fantastic finish. But for all of us here in Winston-Salem, we say good night. For Jason Halter, I'm Evan Budrovich. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations to the Lady Braves of Cherokee, your state champions.